Good evening, folks. I realize the lighting's not the greatest right now, but I'm kind of dealing with what life has dealt me here right now. Let me try and slide this over. I just saw something on Facebook I thought was so cool, and I wanted to share it with you guys. On a couple story times, I mentioned a guy named Ray Peden. Ray Peden has always been an idol of mine, and if Tish Ross is listening, I want her to hear this message too. Um, that guy was an amazing, amazing individual. He's still alive, but there's reason for this post, and I'm gonna relay something I just saw on Facebook that it was too important for me not to do a video on because it affects me in so many ways. He's always been a role model to me because of his athletic discipline and his dedication to sports and how he handles mental adversity. We've talked about that many times before, he and I, and he has a rare ability that some athletes do not have, where he can block out pain. So I'm going to read to you what was just announced that I just saw 53 minutes ago. This is really cool. This is really cool. Um, Ray Peden, he was in canine for a long time, and his canine was named Teddy. Teddy was my dog's father. So they were both white German shepherds. So this is like so amazing. I'm going to read to you what they posted here, and to a degree, I feel like they forgot to mention one important feat that Sergeant Ray Peden did. So, all right, so today, the title of this post is, well, actually, I'm going to go to the caption. This is on a news, it's a Gannett publication that's called DelawareOnline.com. But this is what their caption says: two ex-NFL players among Delaware Sports Hall of Fame 2023 inductees meet new members. So anyway, now we're going to scroll up and see what this post was all about. This was posted on a Facebook page that I follow and love to follow for many reasons, but it's called the Association of Retired DSP. That means Delaware State Police. It says, congratulations to Sergeant Ray Peden. He's been inducted in the Delaware Sports Hall of Fame for 2023. And it tells a little bit about Ray, and I think they missed something very important here, but I will try and make sure I perhaps did not miss it. They're basically telling you that he was the captain of the Salesianum's first championship swim team in 1973, and went on to set 42 pool records at York College before becoming a champion open water swimmer. That's pretty impressive. I'm so sorry it's dark here, but the sun is brutal, and hopefully it looks better than what it appears on my screen. With the Wilmington Aquatic Club as his base, Peden set the American record in the 26.2-mile marathon swim in 1984 and became the only second Delawarean and 288th person to swim the English Channel in 1986. In 2004, he was the third for his age group, 45 to 49 group, in the U.S. Masters open water race. I'm not familiar with that race. It says Peden was on the first relay team to swim from Cape Henlopen to Cape May across the Delaware Bay, was men's champ of 12.5-mile open water swim around Key West, Florida in 2010, and in 5 years later was a 2.5-kilometer champion in the 60 to 64 age group in the U.S. Masters Open Water National Championships. Uh, the 29-year state police trooper veteran received the Order of the First State, Delaware's highest civilian honor, in 1996. That is truly, truly. I'm going to use my own words, and hopefully my own words don't get me in trouble. But yeah, that's truly badass. What they do not tell you in this notification here was, I think a lot of that was just in my quick perception and analytics. That is stuff somewhat just related to Delaware they participated in. But in the early to mid 80s, Sgt Peden competed in the Ironman competition in Hawaii. I've talked about this before, but that is in my opinion, the most demanding one-day event a human being can go through. And if there's any Navy SEALs out there, they'll probably be right up my crawl. But when you understand what the triathlon in Hawaii at that time, it was called the Ironman Triathlon. Sgt Peden was a young trooper working a lot of crazy ship. I should have put my phone on airplane mode. Hopefully I can get by this. But so he worked a lot of night shift and stuff like that. And then he would have to go to court during the day, and then he'd have to go train. And so his court schedule and his shift schedule cycle was not always consistent. It's not like he worked, 8 to 4 and then he was going up. It was always changing. Plus he had to go to court. If he worked night shift, a lot of times these guys work night shift. They get off at 7 or 8 in the morning, and then they got to go sit around court for 3 or 4 hours. So it's not a real easy job to incur and get your sleep. And a lot of times you will go to court. There's going to be continuances and everything. But let me get back to the Ironman competition. So you swim 2 miles in the ocean. You bike 115 miles. And then you run a 26.2 mile marathon. So that to me is just sick. Like how any human can be that physically prepared to do that all in one day. So I just wanted to share that, man. This guy, I haven't seen him in a long time, but I will always consider him a friend. When I ran my half marathon, running like a duck, he was there to support me. I did not train for it. I was an idiot, but Trooper Peden was there to support me along the way. So, man, this is special, man. This is really special to achieve that honor. That's just blows my mind. Anyway, I know this doesn't really pertain to 99.9% of the viewers out there because nobody knows Sergeant Ray Peden, but man, what a tremendous individual. For his mental discipline. And I gotta reshare one little bit of his story that he told me when he ran that Ironman competition. I forget what order. I know the swim was first, the bike was second. I think the marathon was third. I think that's how it went. But we talked about it later, and he told me at some point in the race, like with halfway through the marathon, the last event where he was running. I'm sorry, the rabbits are out here snacking, so that always excites me. Basically, he had slipped some discs in his back, probably all that pounding and all that aggressive stress on your body. But he was telling me how much pain he was in. And then he said after a while, he was just able to he was somehow physically and mentally be able to block that out. And then he was really messed up after a while, but it's some of the amazing athletes out there, Navy SEALs, the Army Rangers, or the special forces, the high quality Marines, whatever. Sometimes those people have an extra dig to block out pain. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys. And Sergeant Ray Peden, I salute you, sir. Thank you. Tremendous, tremendous trooper. Thank you.